Jammer Audiobooks presents The Fixer by Joseph Finder. Narrated by Jeff Harding. Chapter 1. On a lovely West Cambridge street, this 1903 Queen Anne home is on a large level lot with many mature trees, graciously proportioned rooms and elegant millwork, pocket doors and 2 working fireplaces with original ceramic tile. The house is in need of updating. Please see attached home inspection report. The house was a dump. There was no way around it. The listing had been online for 7 months, and it had generated a flurry of interest at first, and one offer so lowballed that the real estate agent refused to dignify it with a reply. The agent had written the ad himself, and was justifiably proud of it. It was a great ad. It was also a steaming pile of horseshit, as everyone eventually discovered when they got a look at the house. An absolute lie. The place was a disaster, a money pit. Potential buyers usually fled after spending a minute or 2 stumbling through the decaying interior. So Rick Hoffman, who'd left the family house on Clayton Street in Cambridge 17 years ago, solemnly vowing never to return, was now camping out in what used to be his father's study on the 2nd floor. December in Boston could get awfully cold, but he'd turned off the heat, which was ridiculously expensive, so he was sleeping fully clothed in a Sub-Zero Expedition sleeping bag on the old leather couch next to a space heater. The study smelled vaguely of cat piss. Glassed-in legal bookcases lined the walls, tall and rickety. On his father's desk was an ancient IBM PC in early computer ivory that belonged in the Smithsonian, and an oaky data dot matrix printer. If the 1980s ever came back, he'd be all set. His old bedroom, where he'd lived until he went off to college, had become a storeroom for broken furniture and cardboard boxes of files. So he slept on the leather sofa in a room as cold as a meat locker, with the faint aroma of cat urine in the air. This was, he realized, the lowest point in his life. He had nowhere else to live. A week earlier, he'd been forced to move out of the Back Bay apartment he'd shared with his now ex-fiancée, until Holly had announced she no longer wanted to marry him. He'd spent a few nights in a motel on Soldiers Field Road in Brighton, but his money was...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?